Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Learn with Jason. Today on the show, we are going to dig into the workings of the brand new GitHub Copilot CLI and the SDK that allows you to tap into that functionality from anywhere in your workflow. And to do that, we are going to be talking to a brilliant educator, brilliant engineer, funny friend, somebody that I care a lot about in this industry, Cassidy Williams. Welcome to Learn with Jason.
Oh, that was cool.
Hello, Cassidy. How are you?
Good. I am so excited to be here.
I am thrilled to have you here. I am very much looking forward to diving right in. So before we get going, do you want to give everybody just a little bit of info on who you are and what you do?
Sure. Hello, everybody. I work at GitHub on the developer advocacy team, and today we are going to be talking about the GitHub Copilot SDK. Oh, that's my website, by the way. I blog. I write a newsletter. You should subscribe to my newsletter. But yeah, I like to tell people how to code things, and I'm going to tell Jason how to code things.
I cannot wait. So we are digging into first the GitHub Copilot CLI today. And I'm not going to ask you any questions. I am going to pull up a fresh VS Code window. I've got my terminal in it. I'm so ready. What do I do first?
Okay, so let's type Copilot. You have it installed?
I do. I'm going to move into my GitHub directory here just so that we are ready to go. Let me make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see what's going on. And then I'm going to type Copilot.
Look at that.
Okay, so I'd like to access files in my desktop.
Oh yeah, just allow. It's fine. It's mostly just like, is it allowed to make a file or something? There's actually a YOLO mode where if you add the -- YOLO flag, it'll just accept all permissions. That scares me.
So you don't like that at all.
Yeah, but if you do Copilot -- YOLO, just trust everything, allow everything. Trust me, bro. I got you.
It. Okay. So I do trust the files in this folder, and I will remember that for future sessions. And cool. Multi-line input support. Okay, talk to me about this. So keep mining, Shift Enter, Control Enter.
Yeah, it's more so if you want to input something that's multi-line, like paragraphs or something, you should do this.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It just makes it a little convenient.
Okay, so I'm in. We're doing stuff. It looks like so I've got an input window here. I've got
you've got the model that you want to use. If you do /model right here, you can see all of your models. So just do /model, and then this lets you pick whichever model you would like to use.
Okay. And it looks like we've got a whole bunch of them in here. So we've got the Anthropic models, the OpenAI models. We've got Gemini. Cool.
Is there also notice? So the little X's on the right are cost multipliers. Note there's some 0x ones. Those ones are just for you to dabble with. I know that like people have different model preferences. I've been playing with Codex recently. I've played with Gemini recently. I've played with Opus and everything recently. I feel like I haven't had a properly defined opinion yet.
Okay.
Opus seems to always get things done well. I really like starting projects with Gemini. Typically, I've started a couple with Codex and have been happy with it. GPT I tend to use for like English stuff, where I'm just like, hey, can you review X, Y, and Z for me? So I think pick a model that you like. I don't know if you have a preference.
I have no preference, so I'm going to let you pick today. You tell me which one you want to use.
How about we stick with the default then? Claude Sonnet 4.5.
Default. All right, so we're on Sonnet 4.5.
Okay. What do you want to do today? What do you want to make?
That's a great question. I think I would like to, I feel like building some kind of a fun API is the move. Like something that's a little more back-endy instead of front-endy, because I like writing CSS and I don't want the robot to do it for me.
Yeah, I love that. Same. Got some boop overlay requests.
I wish I had it. It's gone.
I wish. End of an era. But okay, do Shift Tab right here. So, and you're drinking water, so do that.
Okay.
So now you have entered plan mode.
Ooh, so I'm going to keep going. So we're plan mode.
I love plan mode. Okay. So in here, you just type what you want to do. And so, for example, you could say, I want to make a fun API. You can write whatever you want here. A lot of times, a few of my coworkers, they use a dictation app, and they literally just say, I want to make a fun API. I don't really care what it is. I just want to do, and like, it's really good at the natural language processing here. So whatever your fun API is that you want to make, you can be vague if you'd like.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
That decides who is funnier. We don't need an API for that, Jason.
Because we know it's me.
Are you sure? Okay.
Okay, so let's see what we got here.
What's nice about plan mode is
you know what? I probably
need happening in this folder.
I need to make a new folder to do this, probably.
Yeah, if you want it to be in this repo, it's going to do it in this repo. If you want it to be somewhere else, make a new folder.
Okay. All right. Let's escape, and then I'm going to
Control C.
Control C to get out, and I'm going to make a new GitHub Copilot CLI. We're going to move into that one, and then we're going to do this whole thing again.
Do a little git init in there, actually.
Oh yeah, good call.
Because you want to save your work.
Right.
You know it's empty, but
I just immediately, like, all of my good habits went out the window. I was like, we're using AI, right? I can do whatever I want.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something that, like, a lot of our content has to be being like, keep your best practices, people. Commit early and often, especially with AI. Yeah. Okay, so you want to make an API that decides who is funnier. Is it going to be random? What's your plan here, man?
I don't know. We're going to find out. You said be vague. I'm being real vague.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so
it's checking out. It's checking out what's going on in here, and then it's going to start asking you questions.
Okay, I know Node best, and that's also recommended. So let's rock with that.
Yeah, and so what I like about plan mode is it basically just continues to ask you questions to really define what this spec should look like.
Ooh, look at this. That's cool.
Yeah,
I like this too. It like immediately goes to an input.
I love that UX. It's so nice to go to other and just start typing.
I would have expected that was going to make me like hit enter and then type something and then it would continue. That's really nice. Having
another button click, awful.
Okay.
Anyway,
should we go with something? I feel like the random decision is probably the easiest one.
Probably, but if you're using AI to build it, does it matter?
Should we? Let's try a voting system. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Have a chat vote or something. Ooh.
I know. I'm already realizing the error that I've made here. But
yeah.
Oh, let the chat vote. Yeah, this is going to go great for me.
Okay.
Simple JSON file. So that's going to be local.
Local, an SQLite database in memory. You could do something else.
Let's do SQLite, because SQLite we could theoretically deploy if we wanted to like take this live, but it's at least database-ish.
Yeah. I like some database-ish.
Yeah. It gives us, eventually when we want to raise our seed round for this, we'll be able to say
this is going to be a $1 billion API.
npm init, yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh wait, did you go into plan mode or did you just say what you wanted?
Oh, I think I just said what I wanted.
That means it's just gonna go. Let's do that. Sure.
Let's find out what happens. Here we go.
This is, I almost always start with plan mode, so this is a new adventure for me too.
Okay, so it's going to install Express, Better SQLite, and as a dev, Node daemon.
Yeah. And you can approve it for future sessions or just keep it like that. Wow, you just went for it.
I forgot to move back into plan mode when
that's okay. And I noticed that it said cycle mode, and I was just like, oh, maybe that's a bug. I'll note it. But nope, we just didn't go
just
there.
Me forgetting to do stuff. No, this will be good. We can try this. We'll just see what happens if we try to one shot it, and then after that, we'll maybe add a new feature and do it in plan mode and see how that changes things.
Yeah, see what happens. Okay, so it wrote things.
It did some stuff, and okay, so it gave us like an index file, a package JSON, a README. This is our index file, and so we've got, that's what I would have expected. It's got Express, the database, all those good bits.
Based on this skim, it seems reasonable.
Okay. Seems fine, yeah. I like it. And a little emoji usage, just so everybody knows it was AI generated. We got our endpoints. We can post votes. Yeah, this seems like what I like. Yeah. And you can get the winner. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is a rough approximation of how I would have done this if I were to do that. So yes, we want that one, and then the rest of this stuff was just not all file operations. Never mind. I want to keep looking.
I know you want to keep an eye.
And it kind of did some like light documentation. That's nice.
I do like it when it does that. That's pretty nice.
Okay, keep rolling. We've got our changes to package JSON. Good. And okay. Do I want to run the? Yeah, I want to run the command.
Let's see.
Okay. Localhost 3000. And so what I need to do then is we want to post on this. So I'm going to open up another terminal here. I'll just go side by side. And then I think what I can do was...
Okay. Also, if you open this in VS Code, did you know that you can ask Copilot what command you should type? Like you could say, I want to query this API and stuff. It's so nice.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Let me open file or folder. And we're going to get GitHub, Code TV, and that's the one we just created. Did that persist my session? It did not. So we'll have to redo that session, but we're here. So where did you want me to ask that?
So if you do Command I right here.
Command I.
You can say like, what do you generally want? And so, in the terminal, see how it says ask about commands?
Oh, I got you.
So you could say like, I want to curl or something. It's just a nice thing where if you don't remember a certain bash command.
Nice. Okay. So let me start it again because I think I killed that process when I switched things. And then I'm going to open up one here, Command I. I want to send a post request to vote for Cassidy. And nobody can say that I'm not a nice person.
Yeah. Well, performative.
It's one thing they always say about that Jason guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea if this is right, so I'm just going to try.
Yeah, I don't actually know if that's right either. I don't know if it like has the context. But
the auth token is almost certainly wrong, but let's let's ship it. Why not? Could not resolve host API URL. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that was doing like a generic request, and you would say like, okay, this is where your prompting should probably be like, this is where my API lives. Sending a post to localhost 3000/vote/Cassidy does a vote for Cassidy. Please cast a vote or something like that.
Using the API definition in index.js. Send a post request to HTTP localhost 3000 to the vote endpoint to place a vote for Cassidy. Does that seem right? Would you add anything different here?
I think it seems right.
All right, let's see what happens.
I haven't done it like this before. I'm fascinated. And so I'm just excited. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think I don't think it's reading the file, but that's okay.
So it's vote. Yeah. It's going like vote. Does it even need a body? There's no body on this. So
yeah. look how at the left it says vote for Cassidy and then the post What if you just copied and pasted all of that and said test this?
Okay. So we're going to close that one, start a new one.
This is very interesting. Okay, moment of truth.
And this is the kind of stuff that I'm always interested in, is like, when people are using these tools, how do they get to good outcomes? Because what's happening so far is pretty similar to like what I've come to expect, where I'm kind of like, do this thing. And it's like, nah.
So close. Yeah.
Okay. No, this is, and it's sending through some stuff, which is not correct.
Right.
But like,
it doesn't need to, but
it should still work.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's try running it.
Did that do the thing? Run first.
Yeah, click run. Yeah.
Voted for Cassidy Williams. Total votes 1. Okay.
Nice.
So then if I go back up, I think. So then if I just, well, honestly, now that I've got the thing, I can.
I was going to say, you could probably just up and add Jason.
If I can remember how to hit the up key. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got one of those keyboards where you lose yourself.
So then let's get rid of the body that we didn't need. Voted for me. And then if we vote for Cassidy again,
nice.
We've got like persistence in here. It's actually storing votes. That's cool.
It worked.
It worked. And so I'm kind of like, go team. That's kind of great. So this is awesome. So let's try to modify this.
Okay.
Because I want people to have to support their reasoning.
Ooh, that's good.
So you have to, when you post, you should have to include a reason in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that I would expect that to work, let me close this one up. And I'm going to, how do I close? Oh, here. And I'm going to, I'm in the wrong place. That's why it's not working.
I was going to say, yeah. There it is. Nice.
How do I get you to hush?
Escape?
I don't need you right now. There we go. Okay.
You and your fancy keyboard.
I still don't know how this keyboard works.
She says with many fancy keyboards. But you have one that's like an unusual layout. I have one over here where like I cannot learn it. I've tried. Sometimes
this one's got the thumb keys.
And
so it's really, really good for ergonomics. And I spent the time with like the overlay on my in the top right of my screen that showed me like where the keys were. And so I'm like almost there.
Yeah, I have.
Then I go home and work on my laptop.
I literally have a printout, a paper printout, because I was just like, it'll be just a nice, convenient thing on the side, and it's a cool keyboard. I'm pulling it up while you pull things up. It's fun. It's zany, but it's a pain.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Anyway.
That keyboard controls the Mario Boss spaceship, correct.
Okay, so now
the stream is young, Vinny. So okay, so I'm in plan mode now. We're actually in plan mode.
Now you're in plan mode, and now you could say more of what you want, and it'll give you some more specific instructions that you can then pass.
Okay. So I want to update the vote endpoints to require that voters supply a reason for their vote.
Nice.
Anything else you would add, or we just keep it nice and vague?
Make them want it.
I didn't realize
I like how you just hit enter. You're like, I'm not doing that today.
Oh, I actually didn't even realize that. I thought you meant like.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just going to ignore that you said that sentence. Okay.
Okay, this is a good clarifying question. Do we want to allow no reason? I don't know. Do we want more votes, or
No, I think we want quality over quantity. I think that's
quality over quantity.
Yeah.
All right, so we will reject. And minimum length, it says 10 characters, and who am I to argue?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
It's going to be just like 10 spaces just to mess with us.
Max length, 500 characters seems fine.
I think that's plenty. That's 2 tweets.
We don't need an essay about, as much as I would appreciate an essay about how funny I am.
I would log that essay in a note somewhere for when I'm feeling gloomy, but
print it and put it in my, should reasons be retrievable via API? Probably.
Yeah. No, I want to see the reasons.
Okay. Yeah, my vanity demands it.
Correct.
Okay. So we're cooking here. It's still doing its thing.
It's doing the thing. After this, we could you could probably tell it to make a Twitch bot or something, and then we just put the URL in the chat and see what happens.
Oh.
If you want to be scary.
I'm kind of down. So analyze the code base, created a structured implementation plan. Simple Express API with SQLite, tracks votes for, yep. And that's the current state. Changes needed, so we need a reason column added to the database. Required reason, it responds to 400 if it fails. We need to update the votes endpoint.
So what's nice about plan mode, like everything in here is just stuff we talked about, but it puts it in very like LLM instructions readable terms. And that part is really nice, where like you could probably just type what you want and it could probably go off of it, but this gives you the specific points that an LLM can read, digest, understand, and do.
Got it. And so
now there's a folder that has this plan in it, but you could also just say implement the plan.
Okay. And do I do that? Do I get out of plan mode to do that?
You can do it. Yeah. So cycle or you could do Control Y. Yeah, either one. So
implement
Control Y just lets
the
you
plan.
Yeah, implement the plan.
I like it.
Do it.
And so under the hood, basically what this has done is it's created a folder where it can keep track of things.
Right.
And I assume there's a lot of stuff happening under the hood in the CLI to make sure that it's like keeping track of the right plans for the right projects.
Context things. Yeah. And you could even say like, I call this plan A. I also want to create a plan B. Hey, I want you to implement plan B before plan A. You can do a lot of that like natural language orchestration, to use a fancy word, if you want to.
Got it. Okay, so it says, let me make this a little bigger. Do I want to edit this? Yes, I do want to edit this. That is correct. And then it says,
oh, nice. It does all the trimming and
validation. Good.
Validation, yeah.
And it is pulling, so we can't just do empty space. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Good. And implement that. Example request. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, and it even gives you an option. You have to add a query string to get the reasons. Otherwise, you can just get the votes. Good.
I like that.
Good. Let's roll.
And so we're doing this reviewing of what we asked for. Once again, this is just a different surface. You could probably do the exact same thing, not even probably. You can do the exact same thing in like the VS Code chat if you want to. And it's a different surface where, let's just say you don't have VS Code open. You're literally just in your terminal doing things. You could just say like, I want this. I've made the plan, go. And then you could just check out the code later if you wanted.
Got it. Okay. And so it's doing all the things, doing prepared statements. I do like that. I didn't even look at this part earlier. It's doing the like placeholders to escape input, which is good because like I would have remembered that after somebody broke the database. Same thing here. We've got the prepared statement for the Jason vote. And now we are doing the thing. Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
There's someone in the chat saying, when it's complete, you need to prompt Copilot to research us, and then based on the research, generate random votes with reasons. I kind of like that. If we just not even, we don't even need to say research. Just be like Jason Lengstorf, aka Jay Lengstorf, and Cassidy Williams, aka Cassidy. Just see what comes up with.
Oh boy,
I think
this is going to be great.
Funny.
Okay, so now it's saying. Oh, wait, where am I? I'm in the wrong window. Over here. Starting the server in the background. Do I want to allow, are we in a loop?
I think it's testing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just testing it itself. And so it's saying you don't have to test it. See how it's trying to run.
I understand.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. That's cool that it's doing that. I don't remember it doing any of this before. Probably because we didn't use plan mode.
No, I also think that we just exited before we did.
Yeah.
It's actually, I do appreciate that testing angle. Sometimes I almost think it over tests. I'm just like, I don't care. Let's just keep building.
Yeah, I do like that it's doing this. So it's going. I think I'm just gonna let it do the tests on its own. Like,
nice.
Look
at you approving everything. YOLO mode.
Danger. Approve. Yeah, fine.
Ooh, it's so exciting. Okay,
it's going. It's doing things. Command not executed. Pkill command is not allowed. That's
no.
Do you want to run this command? Yes, I do. I do not want to give you the ability to do that without asking me first.
Kill computer. Wouldn't that be fun?
Vote reason requirement.
Oh, migration error. There's our votes from before don't have reasons.
Oh, right. And so now it's saying you better put those in.
Nice.
Good. Confirm with number keys or hit enter. There we go. Restarting.
Cool.
There we go.
I didn't even consider that. That was good.
I know, it's all the stuff that like you would have found that, but the system running the test saves you having to do it.
To do all those edge cases yourself. Because normally it's like the best testing is in production when it breaks for users.
Did you see that it did contextualize that joke?
Yeah. Amazing storytelling and great timing. Ooh.
Great timing. That's, you know what? Thanks, robot. You just made my day.
Good job. You're known by the LLMs.
Okay, so tested the winner endpoint still works. Update the plan file. Mark everything is complete. Neat. And find the PIDs. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I love asking LLMs questions about things, about its assumptions. I think it's very interesting. Or I wrote a blog post on it that I know you and I talked about recently, where it was like, why didn't you recommend me when I put in this query just to see like how LLMs look you up and stuff?
Right.
And I find those kinds of questions very interesting. Where like it'd be interesting in the chat to be just like, hey, this is a web development stream. Who do you think Cassidy and Jason are? And just seeing like if it can identify us well. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
Do it another time. Okay.
So we got this thing running and it is doing the thing. It passed the tests. I feel pretty good about this.
I feel pretty good about it.
And I'm also reasonably confident that if I can figure out how to open the thingy, we're done here. Proper thingy. Then we can start. We'll get localhost 3000 going. And then out here, in the browser, we can hit this and hit the winner endpoint, and we get, damn it.
Nice. Winning by default. Probably it's alphabetical.
No, you're edging me out by one here.
Well, I like that it has a margin.
That's actually a nice little, this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So, okay, you had said, let's make it real so that people can actually do the thing. So how does one
how would one realify this?
Yeah.
So there's a few things we can do. And we can do this in the CLI. We could just do this in the chat in VS Code. It's kind of up to you. We need to deploy this, or we need to put it in like a place. And so what I think we should do is go to plan mode. Okay. And then in plan mode say,
nope, that's not it. That's it. No, what about?
No, yeah, I think that is it. But for some reason, the UI isn't showing that you're in it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to blame your keyboard again.
It's 100% my keyboard. I'm like kind of mashing. Every third key is just a random mash at this point.
That's good. It's you're like an LLM.
I am fully stress testing all of the systems right now.
So what if we say we want to take this API to a Twitch chat, and we want or something. We want this API to be embedded in the Twitch chat on Jay Lengstorf's stream. And see what it tells us to do. And then we do it.
Should probably at least write in proper grammar.
You don't have to.
There are certain things that I'm just not willing to concede.
You're just going to have
people saying I don't spell anything right. My grammar sucks. I'm like,
I know.
Maybe
I do this. I do the same thing too. And I see like other people where they just like mash their keys and I'm like, man, what must it like to be free? Okay.
Oh boy, I like both. We won't be able to implement an overlay today because I don't have any way to add overlays. But I do kind of love that idea. But let's do.
We can just refresh a browser or something.
Yeah. Let's just do the Twitch bot. I think that's good.
Yeah.
And now we're going to find out what it says. Display. What should it send back? Yeah.
I kind of like number 2. Or look, number 4, all of the above.
All of the above.
Because we can.
Anyone can vote, no cooldown. Sure. Let's let people spam it.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sure somebody will.
That's nice so that it considered like sub-only voting and like per user cooldown and stuff.
Let's keep it simple. We'll just do
do you have other voting bots that we have to be afraid of?
You know what? Let's just go funnier because I know that's safe.
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah. That'd be a sad failure mode, is like I just accidentally collide with my own working code.
Yeah, that would be really funny actually. Or you're all of a sudden like I'm the president and I'm like, oh no. I wasn't prepared.
My Twitch chat is more powerful than I thought.
Yes. This is what they don't want you to know. Okay. Nice. So if you do control, before we exit out of here, the one thing I wanted to show before is you can do like Control Y. Oh yeah, look at the summary. Look, it made the plan.
This is good. So vote confirmation, current totals, got the commands. Great. I love it. Okay, so Control Y. Can I find the control?
That lets you, can you do it on this keyboard? I'm starting to be like, really, Jason?
That is the control key. I am doing it right.
I don't believe you. So let's just say implement the plan.
I'm doing the thing.
I'm doing it. Trust me. Just
Control Y.
The plan, Jason.
This one is not. I'm going to do it on my other computer or my other keyboard.
If it works, that would be really
Control Y
funny.
is not working.
Okay.
I have a bug.
There's coworkers in the chat. Make them fix Control Y, but also implement the plan.
And if I do this out in plan mode, will it still do the thing?
I assumed so. I haven't tried. Let's find out.
Implementing. Here we go.
Nice. Let's go.
Do I want to run this command? Sure, I do.
You just got to approve all, man. Let it go.
Feels like one of those things that like I'll do it for the joke and then like be emailing you in a week like, Cassidy, it did something terrible.
It's still controlling my machine, but I can't prove it. Okay.
It's holding a .env. I like that. It's got, so I'm going to have to go get an auth token, which I don't currently have. We'll need the username.
Sure.
So we might
that it has
need
instructions.
We're going to have to actually deploy this somewhere to get the.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some things.
But that's fun. I mean, honestly, if it gets close enough to where I can get it run locally or something, like I'll be extremely impressed because we got about realistically 20 minutes on the clock to figure this out.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. I'm not frightened.
Who's scared?
Yeah.
Let's see. So
Kadesha's in the chat saying, Jason, are you a believer now?
I will say this is the furthest I've ever gotten with vibe coding something before.
Hey.
It
and
has
honestly,
historically
this is
fallen off the rails.
You're looking at the code so much more than most vibe coders. And so
I don't know how not to.
You're a technical vibe coder.
The worst kind of micromanager. Okay, so we got a bot. We got a bot dev. I like that. Good. Something went wrong. We'll see what that means. Dependencies are updated. Okay, updating the README. And this time, just because I'm just gonna accept it this time. So
Let's just look at you. Some are calling it vibe engineering. That's right. Actually, I'm a vibe technical architect.
This is great. Okay, so where are we at now? We are verifying syntax. Cool. Nope, that's not the button. This button.
Approve it.
And do I want to run this command? Yes, I do. Okay, you can access these for the rest of the session.
Nice.
And yeah, you can do. That's fine.
That one is just testing the API. Someone in the chat asked the CLI to be a teacher and teach how to not use weird keyboards.
It's not gonna work.
Once you start on a weird keyboard thing, you're like, what could I do? How could I make my hands cramp in weird ways as I try to adjust?
It's true. It's very true.
Although is it ergonomic if you're bouncing between keys because you're not used to it?
This one is the Moonlander, which I did get specifically because I was starting to get the repetitive
RSI.
Stress injury. The RSI. And so I got it and I trained on it and it absolutely fixed the issue. But then now that I don't have the issue, I've been going back to my other laptop and it hasn't come back yet. So I've been it's fine. But then I have to come and stream here.
Yeah, and be embarrassing.
Use this keyboard twice a week now. So
it's brave of you to do the unusual keyboard on a stream, though. It's a little
I probably should be better at this. I don't even know what JQ is. That's
testing, isn't it?
I'm improving it.
I'm Googling JQ right now. It's sed for JSON data.
Oh,
it's a command line processor for JSON data. I knew that.
I've seen it now that I hear that mentioned. I don't know what this is doing. Do I want to run this command? It's moving, doing all the stuff. Yeah. And this is getting all the,
this
that's
is
stopping the API server. Good
Yeah.
deal.
Okay. It now works in the
Twitch chat.
So now we just have to deploy it. Get your tokens.
Yeah. So
do you want to like hide your screen while you get some tokens really quick?
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me move here. Not there. That's a terrible layout. How about this layout?
Oh,
and then I'm gonna go enhance.
I need to get a camera that makes
crap.
like,
that token generator is discontinued, but this
one did it hallucinate the wrong link? That's actually
I think it just found an old one, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then I am going to, let's see.
Be kind and share the keys.
Yeah.
No, that I'm not even going to joke about. Don't do that.
Never.
I get so many crypto spam.
I'm not a robot. Okay, so I get Twitch token generator, set the redirect URL. So I'm going to have to like do some stuff.
Oh, there's some stuff. Okay.
Helix API calls must use the client ID.
You can also ask Copilot to give you detailed instructions. And that part is kind of nice too. I wonder if there's an easy way to...
Okay, so I have an access token, have a client ID. I'm just going to look into the .env and see if this lines up with what it said I needed.
Take your time. While you're looking things up, anybody in the chat have questions about GitHub things, whether it's the CLI, the SDK, or other things? Not only am I here, my team is in the chat, and we're ready to gab. And she's like, why is GitHub like this? I know. There have been a lot of very cool improvements lately, though. I've been happy to see, like, I don't know if y'all have seen the issues page recently. The performance has been, like, maxed. It is so much more responsive and fast than it was before. I know that they actually had a list of how much faster it improved. I'm looking up the changelog right now to see.
I don't even want to tell you how long I just spent trying to figure out where the caps lock key was.
Jason! 35% of issue views are occurring in under 200 milliseconds, up from 2% at the start of this year. That's significant. Link to said changelog, I'm going to put it in the chat. Oh wait, I'm not on YouTube chat, I'm on Twitch chat. But if you go to github.blog/changelog, it is there. I don't have the powers. And Jason is busy trying to figure out where the escape key is on his keyboard. So
I sort of figured this out.
But it's exciting and it's great.
There
we go. Charlie put it in the chat. That one. That's very exciting stuff. There's a lot of really cool performance things happening and coming that I don't think I'm allowed to talk about all of them, but just know cool things, and that's fun. What else has come out? I know Codex is now available in like all the IDEs. I've only played with Codex a little bit, but it's cool. The new files changed page in PRs is now like fully updated. It was like opt-in for the beta for a while, but now it's officially like for everybody, the new files changed page, and it's really good. There's a team at GitHub called hi Henri. There's a team at GitHub called the Tiny Wins team, where it's just like, what are some tiny things that we can do in like less than 2 weeks that can improve the platform? And they've done such awesome things. We did a GitHub podcast episode on it. I think we have an episode of the GitHub Checkout Show coming out next week on it. And there's a lot of cool things coming out that have come out where it's just like nice improvements here and there. And there's some other ones that I've made requests for that hopefully will come out soon. And I'm speaking so vaguely. I wish I could say specifics, but just know it's exciting. There was a chat about it, and I'm putting it in the Twitch chat again. So first of all, that's the GitHub podcast episode where we talk about the tiny wins. But there was a talk about it during GitHub Universe this past year, and the engineering manager on Tiny Wins, her name is Helen. She talked about the initiative, and then we talked about just a bunch of like weird things you can build on GitHub. And my skip manager, Martin, and Helen, long story short, they made an organ. Helen used to be a concert pianist, and the organ was a bunch of Furbies singing. It was very cool. There was a lot of build up for that. It was a Furby organ, and it was amazing. So check out that talk from the GitHub Universe this past fall. I love the idea of a Tiny Wins team. So many times I've seen something in an app I'm working on, and I can't tackle it because of priorities. I know. Yeah, no, it's been so nice that it's becoming like a much wider company initiative, and I'm very excited that in general, we're just trying to figure out how can we make developers' lives easier, where that's always been what we want to do. But in general, this year, it's specifically this year, we want to see like, what do developers want? How fast can we implement it? And it's been very, very cool.
So I only kind of remember how Twitch bots work.
Cool.
And so the experiment here is I've added a bot username, and I've gotten an OAuth token that are in the .env over here.
Okay.
Everything else is the same. So the theory is, if I'm running this locally, if I remember correctly, TMI.js is like listening to that as it comes in.
I think you're right.
I think as soon as I start this, the bot should be live. So
I think you're correct.
I don't exactly know how that's going to work, but I'm going to try it. So let's npm start. And then I'm going to open a side-by-side terminal, and I'm going to npm run bot. And this should be, it's listening in the channel, which should then mean if I go to Twitch only.
It works. I just did it. That's so fun. Everyone vote for me. Vote for Cassidy. It worked. Jason, you vibe coded. You vibe engineered. You vibe technical architected.
Look at us go. Okay, this is cool. This is very cool. So, so tall. Okay, so look at us go here. So we've got this all happening. This is all working the way that we want. And if we come back out to my browser here, if I refresh, we can see that the votes are updating as we go.
By the way, go to Twitch, all of you YouTubers. Twitch.tv.
I know it's only going to work on Twitch, but you can see. So like this is what one of those votes looks like, and this is what the bot is responding with. Right. So this is pretty darn cool. And you can see, I see Robert's playing both sides here. I see Robert. I see what's happening. But this is awesome. Spamming the chat. Note, I voted for Cassidy, and Cassidy is voting for herself. So
I see.
It's fine. It's so yeah, it should be twitch.tv/J Lengstorf, I believe, is where the Twitch stuff is happening. So yeah, you can get over there, and then you can make your votes however you want to make your votes. But so this is pretty cool though, because thinking about what it would have taken me to build this on my own, I have built APIs before. I have built Twitch bots before. I have done these kinds of tests and these types of integrations and all those things before. So I know what I'm looking for in the code. I know kind of what I expect the API to look like. I know, like when I saw TMI.js, I was like, yep, that's what I would have used. So the thing that I liked about this is that it wasn't like I'm just sort of saying, go do whatever you want. I have no idea how any of this works. It was very much like, Yeah, that's what I would have done. Yep, that's what I would have done. And had I seen anything way off the rails, I could have, I assume, gone back and argued with it. But I am able to get this out. I mean, including not being able to use my own keyboard, including the however many minutes I spent trying to figure out how to get an OAuth token for that bot. We did this really fast.
And there's so much more that we could do if we wanted. We're like, okay, so you used the CLI for a grand majority of this and it worked. Let's just say you got tons and tons and tons of votes. It's not my birthday. People are spamming. It's not my birthday.
I see. Okay.
That is a joke on the internet that has lived for years.
Just every day is my birthday, your birthday
all the time.
Well, it's good to have like one good lie going because it's, otherwise it takes away from all the truths, like how tall you are.
Yeah. 7 feet, man. But anyway, so let's just say we wanted to add some AI to the actual app itself. What we could do, and we are out of time kind of, but what we could do is we could add the GitHub Copilot SDK on top of this. And we could say like, how right now it's saying like voted for Cassidy. This is the current count of votes or something like that. We could say generally people are voting for Cassidy because of XYZ or something. And it could summarize it could use the SDK to summarize all of the reasons and post that in the chat every single time. It could do like cool AI things on top of it inside the app itself with the SDK.
I love this. I mean, we were able to get a full API kind of built from the ground up using the CLI. We got the Twitch bot built. We got it configured. It was all stuff that would have taken a lot of time to build. It's stuff that I've built before. I know how long it takes. And the fact that it was able to kind of truck through that really quickly, I was able to review. I did have the ability to sort of put it into YOLO mode and let it run if I wanted to. I'll say it again. This was the most success I've had with vibe coding since the term has come to be a thing. So I'm excited about that. What if people want to get more into this, where should they go? And like, what resources are the right ones to pull up?
So go to GitHub. The GitHub Copilot SDK is on GitHub, where if you look it up, it's going to be the first result. But github.com/GitHub/Copilot SDK. And same with the CLI.
So CLI link coming in first.
The CLI team works so fast. Truly, if you play with it and you have feedback, they do releases every day, sometimes multiple times a day, and they are constantly shipping. Where look, the most recent release was 1 hour ago as of the time of this recording. There will probably be more by the time this is fully edited. And so my call to you is to try it and give feedback and be loud about your feedback. That's me. You can also contact me and tell me your feedback, because there are a whole lot of humans reading everything you say. So be nice, but also be honest, because we will implement those fixes. And we're really trying to make this a good experience for everyone.
And I think maybe a good send off here too is to keep in mind that like we are seeing this stuff take a pretty serious foothold in the way that companies are building and the way that they're working. And it's really important right now, when the opinions and the patterns are being formed, to get your opinion heard. Like, you have a chance to shape the way this stuff is done. And if you don't like the way that it's being done right now, get involved, say something, speak up, because you have the opportunity to shape policy here in a way that, you won't if you wait until it's fully ingrained in a year or two. So this has been a ton of fun. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening. I think that, these tools are starting to feel less like neat magic tricks and more like actual things we can use to get work done. I'm really happy, as somebody who's been kind of skeptical, to see that, we didn't have to pull a turkey out of the oven here. We told it what to do and it did the thing, and, we corrected it once or twice, but that's pretty exciting to me. So, Cassidy, any parting words before we call this one done?
Keep building. Thanks for thinking I'm funny. Jason and I are friends, you could say.
You know what? I'm going to take it.
Yeah. But for real, thanks for having me. It was really, really fun. And I know I work here, and so it's me like shilling, try this thing, but it's genuinely so cool. And I've built so many personal tools just for myself that have been a game changer for me, that I do just really recommend continuing to play with these tools, and again, giving that feedback, because YOLO mode was something that someone wanted and the team implemented it.
Yeah.
Say the things you want, because the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I love it. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. And thank you all for watching. This has been another episode of Learn with Jason. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it. And if you're really a fan, you can always go to the Code TV website and become a supporter, which helps us create more content like this. So thank you all so much. Thank you again, Cassidy. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.